Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and German Empire. So in the last episode we have finished the Zip 3 and we are today working our way through the Gehaltskürzung, which takes 70 days, and onto the Finnish Black Monday reforms, which takes another 70 days, so that we can finish off these horrible penalties that we're getting, after which we are going to go with the experimental research to the extra research funding. And then it's a question of priorities, whether we're going to go through the Navy plan and get the dockyards, or whether we're first going to go for the economic resurgence, which I think might be better, to be quite honest, because that one helps the economy, efficiency cap, and factory output. So I think we're going to go first through that, and then we're going to jump into the Navy. But, I keep talking about this every single episode, and plans keep changing. We're going to see what's going to happen and how it's going to affect us. Anyway, in the last episode, I believe we have assigned, two new heavy cruisers, SMS Admiral Hipper and SMS Ludendorff, into the Erste Schlachtgeschwader. And how far are we from the next ones? 26th of March and 21st of January. Okay, so the two more will be coming on in less than... Okay, March is about 5 months away, but this one is about 3 months away. So, our fleets are going stronger, which is always good. And we have been keeping busy in Spain as well. The war is, I think, slowly coming to an end. Our units are approaching their assault positions towards Bilbao. I actually thought that we would help with the assault on Burgos, but turns out we don't have to, so we'll move our forces towards the line here and try to attack from the north into Bilbao. I actually don't know where the infantry unit is. Oh, we are sending it against Zaragoza. Okay, well, never mind. That's just, how it is, and constructions are going well. What about our spy networks? Those are going well too. Legislate freedoms. Weaker stability. Oh, that would be pretty good. But factory output and consumer goods are awful. Is there anything that would not require us? Actually, let's check the war in the United States. Okay, American Union State is actually growing stronger and pushing towards the syndicalists. So are the United States of America. In the Pacific, American states are also, I think, getting... No, they're actually losing. They lost this territory. And I think they lost this territory as well. Okay, so they are on the receiving end. Plus they lost this place. Well, the war is far from being over. So what shall we do now? Anything specific that I wanted to do at this point, or we can just continue? We could infiltrate civilian administration in Russia, or we could actually... Oh, we don't have the cryptology? Oh, we need to reform the cryptology department. Okay, never mind then. Could we infiltrate their civilian administration 90 days? Or the army? What about this outlook? Good. Risk 10%. If we send you guys, excellent. Operation Hertha Shredder. Oh, risk is minus 15%. Okay, so then there's no risk at all. Okay, so commencement ready. Let's prepare this. I'd like to see a bit more information about the army, so this should give us some info. We'll see. I mean, our spy network is not giving us any major benefits at this point either way. So you guys move in here. Who is attacking? You guys can move in here, because those are two areas that are not under any imminent danger, and we'll try to launch an attack. Okay, so they're attacking from Burgos onward. And I feel like we might help here. The attack into the urban area would be great, but we'll see if that works. Oh yeah, they got quite a lot of forces here, so we'll push against them and see if we can advance. What about the... Yeah, okay, so definitely, we are definitely replenishing the lack of heavy tanks. Fighters and everything are really behind, and we don't have any advance in the military factories as well. But the units should be... Yep, all of the units are fully supplied now, and we're recruiting 4 of them, so that's good. We'll do 2 batches, actually, of 4 divisions, putting all of our 4 infantry armies into 20 divisions, to which point we can start thinking about strengthening the Panzer army. Though we don't really have any... I mean, we do have a ton of light tanks, so we could, I think, form these Leichte Panzer divisions, because they aren't all that bad, and they have a decent breakthrough. How many do we need? 240, so we could at least get 2, if we wanted to do, that is. Oh, okay, so we pushed forward here. This is a mountain province. I really feel like we would do well if we actually attacked against Bilbao. Okay, so we've taken Zaragoza, or we're taking Zaragoza now, which is great. That should give our ally the control of Upper Aragon, no? Well, we're holding it anyway, so it's good. Where do they have their capital? In Barcelona, okay. Okay, you guys are ready for this assault. This is far from ideal, attacking into an urban area with tanks. But at least we're not gonna get any, you know, major damage dealt to us here. Breakthrough is just awful. Food from Middle Africa, 250 units of support equipment, that's good. And I mean, we don't really have a better place where we could be at this point. But I could send you guys to assist here, couldn't I? So it gets you in there. Actually, take the rail. Oh, you're... okay. Defending against an attack. Which is just nonsensical, but okay. And tanks are actually doing a good job doing this on their own. I guess it's mostly because the enemy has such a low amount of second. I think that once we take Bilbao, the rest of the units will give up, at which point we have an open way towards the territory of the CNT5. Collins ousted from office. Michael Collins' time as President of Ireland has finally ended. Collins was credited with a major role in gaining Ireland's independence from Britain, and with recovering Northern Ireland during the British Revolution. He held his executive position since then on a massive wave of public support, which following Black Monday has seemingly fallen flat. Accusations of vote rigging and voter suppression were rife in the latest election, but even if any tampering occurred, such attempts have failed. Collins has lost to his opponents and resigned into ignominy, with the rest of his party calling fresh elections and returning Ireland to multi-party democracy. The big fellow has left the stage, but who now takes his place? That's always the question. Okay, you can... No, you're not walking. Go, go, go. I'm on the rail. You can replenish this, you just need to move fast. Have to go fast. Yeah, 20 kilometers compared to the 4 that you were getting before is just incomparable. Well, in the meantime, this might actually happen on its own, really. Before they even arrive. It's kind of funny though. The Weltkrieg declared war on Tibet. Okay. Well, that's gonna be interesting. 3-2. I mean, Tibet has a relatively similar size of the force, so it depends on how they're gonna position their forces. War between Hui and Buddhists. What is this? Mountains, yeah. If they try to cross the mountains and they will put their defense there, they might have a chance. Okay, the attack on Bilbao is still ongoing. You should actually attack here. Oh, you can't. Okay, the defense is too high, so let's not do that. War between Hui and Buddhists. The tension in Yushu between Damocles and Tibet has exploded once again in the northwest. This comes after months of instability in both belligerents that could only be resolved by a common external enemy. Incidents over the past half-decade, such as the Gowok massacre, when our tanks have moved into Bilbao, so I think we're gonna see a collapse of the Kaiserreich Spain now. External enemy incidents over the past half-decade, such as the Gowok, yep, we got it, massacre, the Shinin Council feud, and the rumors of the next Dalai Lama living in Yushu have precedented the latest war. Had it not been for the intervention of Mongolia, this conflict would not have reached such a fever pitch. It is possible the struggle could see the Chinese government out east detached from... Wait, what? It is possible the struggle could see the Chinese government out east detached from Xinjiang, or see the Hui reassert Chinese hegemony in West China. Well, Kaiserreich Spain has capitulated, which gives us immediately the chance to eliminate these two units and advance. And now they're fighting only with these poor fellas. Yeah, the difference is now extremely significant in everything, especially factories and everything. I think at this point we can... Oh, I think we've already done that. Yeah, we cancelled our support for them, because they no longer need our factories to do what they must. I shouldn't this, that's fine. No, this is not working. Let's do it differently. I need to get rid of these first. But it's actually not working because these guys are... Snap, this is all mountains. I actually don't think we need to fight in here at all, because this territory is not important in any way. Let's instead move you guys down here. If we can cross the river and get into Barcelona, that is going to be way more valuable for the end of this war. I mean, fighting over these hills and mountains is just useless at this point. So let's take it, strategically for what it is and work on that. Okay, civilian factory is going to be done soon. Okay, here we go. Gehaltskürzung is going to be done soon, at which point we're going to get additional factories. So actually, let's see if we can build one here and one here, and like one more military factory. No, not like that. Okay, we'll show them more later. So let's see how much we're gonna get. Yeah, they're probably gonna try to take the... Oh, that was a mistake. We shouldn't have taken that. We should have left some units in Bilbao, but okay. So Gehaltskürzung is done, and we now need to get the finish Black Monday reforms. It seemed impossible, but the numbers confirm it. The crisis is nearing its end. The key point is that it is not yet over. There are still millions without jobs, and civil society has been stretched to breaking point. The catastrophe of Black Monday will leave marks for a generation, but this is the beginning of the end. So, yeah, I think that only consumer goods factories and war support is lowered at this point. And we now have additional 14 factories, if I'm counting that correctly. So that means we're going to get additional 14 factories once we finish this. Ooh. So you guys can now... Oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't. Wow, this is actually... Oh my god, look at that! These units are just gone. And that means we can actually advance into Tarragona. We'll defeat these guys and have an easy time crossing, at which point we have an open way to Barcelona, and if it goes the way I think it will, we will be able to take the city pretty quickly and end the war. Sure, you guys are gonna pursue these guys into the mountains, because we don't want them to interfere with our capturing of Barcelona. Okay, our forces secured Bilbao, so there really isn't any point in not continuing. Oh my god, these guys are... There's probably like 1,000 last men in there, and they're trying to protect their territory. The fall of Barcelona. Reports from Barcelona confirm that the anarchist city has been captured by advancing Spanish troops. Oh, not Spanish troops, you liar. After pitched fights across the Sierra de Coserrola mountain range. Yep, it's done. Anarchist forces put up stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Spanish forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. There were reports of long urban fights through the Gothic quarter of Barcelona and sparse fighting along the Barcelonian Riviera. The same Riviera was the site of a long and luxurious parade by Spanish troops as they marched along the sunny beaches, a clear symbol that the Kingdom of Spain has taken control of the Catalonian city. So falls the heart of old Catalonia. So they've been annexed, and the war is over. Kingdom of Spain is back. And actually like us. 3 volunteers, recent delivered equipment, similar ideology. Nice. Cool. So we have helped finish the war in Kingdom of Spain and gotten the rightful king, Alfonso XIII, on the throne. Alfonso XIII of Bourbon, king from the moment of his birth in 1886, was, to popular contempt, restored to the throne of Spain in 1932. His second reign has been even more tumultuous than his first. Republican, Carlist, and socialist dissidents all undermine his authority, and economic growth has stagnated. Spain, under Alfonso, has become a powder keg liable to explode. Okay. Oh, you had Austrian volunteers and volunteers from Ireland. Really? I haven't even noticed that. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, and we're missing tungsten again. Yep, this is because we are now producing towed artillery. So what's that tungsten missing on towed artillery? Is there any chance we could upgrade our tungsten production? Where is it? Here. Nope, I'm not doing that. Okay, let's start importing it from German East Asia. That's just how it will. Well, I mean, we'll have to get to. And actually, we don't need this anymore. Okay, so the factory that was used to support us with chromium is now supporting us by getting tungsten. Cool! So the civil war in Spain has finished by the victory of our preferred nation. German East Asia has also been restored, and Assyria declared war on the Sublime Ottoman Federation. Really? You guys are crazy. So Spanish Civil War is over. The Spanish Civil War is finally over, and it seems that the Kingdom of Spain has emerged triumphant. Much of the countryside lies in ruins, and order has not completely been restored, but the Spanish government announced that the anarchist and syndicalist threats has finally been dealt with, and would be unlikely to rise again anytime soon. This is a triumph for King Alfonso XIII, though the king is unlikely to know of it, having fallen into a coma shortly before the Civil War broke out. Really? Come on! Oh man. And Assyria declares its independence. In response to the Ottoman decision to abolish the Assyrian levies after a retaliatory attack by the force of the Madan, and with the last vestiges of the Assyrian autonomous zone in Basra under direct threat, Patriarch of the Assyrian Church of the East and the de facto ruler of the Assyrian state, Shimon the 21st, Eshai, has declared the independence of Assyria, claiming that it is no longer possible to safeguard the safety of his people within the Ottoman framework. The Patriarch has called on their former allies in the Entente to ensure the preservation of both their state and entire culture. Will this mark a new beginning for the Assyrian people? I highly doubt that. They're gonna get crushed. But what I'm happy with is the fact that we are not getting crushed. Okay, we can put 2 more civilian factories up for construction. And how's the Navy doing? Not yet great. Okay, we'll see about that soon enough. So with the conflict finished, we can actually speed up the game. You guys are still drilling. We're getting a bit of an experience from that. Navy is still drilling, which is also pretty good. And we'll need to redesign these Zerstörers. They need better torpedoes, more than everything actually. But that doesn't seem that expensive. Volunteer forces from Spain has returned. Torpedo attack will get 33% more, depth charges will be stronger, anti-air will be stronger. Yeah, we need to do this. It's gonna be probably the first part of the program. Mongolia declared war on the Weltkrieg. The Kaiserreich Hind, the ruling Nizam of Prince of India, Osman Ali Khan, today proclaimed himself the true successor of the mantle of Kaiserreich Hind, a title previously borne only by the Mughal and British emperors of the subcontinent. The proclamation clearly indicates that the Nizam considers the claims of other Indian rulers as little more than fiction and raises the spectre of renewed war between the Indian Empire and its neighboring state. Okay. Well, let's see what they're gonna do here. We really have to start strengthening our colonial forces. Do we have any more ports in here? No, we got 2 free ports here, so we'll secure those. We have a bunch of islands here that we need to secure. I mean, these units are good for defense. They're, you know, not very great for offense. But if we gave them the support artillery, and maybe if we could give them support artillery and the engineering corps, that would itself make them extremely more proficient in defending the areas, because we're gonna use them to hold the ports, hold the vital areas. Where's the colony that we have here? Didn't we have a port here? Puerto Rico declares independence. I thought we had... Oh no, we do. Okay, no, that's legation cities. Come on, where? Oh no, we had it only here. Aha! I keep thinking that we still own Tsingtao, but we don't. They're all part of the legation cities, it seems. Yeah, okay, I guess so. Weird. The Damocles project. German spies have recently uncovered the papers of a research and development program sponsored by the members of the Third Internationale. Dubbed the Damocles project, it is an extensive multinational study into the destructive powers of nuclear fission, with the intent of creating bombs with destructiveness vastly greater than anything now known. The famous German physicist Albert Einstein has previously warned that a successful nuclear bomb might even be able to turn entire cities into ash. German intelligence agencies have shared the information about this project to their closest allies, so naturally the whole world now knows. Some have dismissed the project as childish fantasy, but many experts fear a breakthrough. Oh hey, Sultanate of Egypt. They just grew. I sometimes feel like something changes on the map, and Puerto Rico declares independence. With the advent of the Second American Civil War, not only was the American mainland thrown into chaos, but the nation's numerous overseas possessions were also. Today, the small Caribbean island of Puerto Rico, won in the Spanish-American War, officially slipped from Uncle Sam's grasp as the new nation signed the Puerto Rican Declaration of Independence, directed against the United States. Too many. This turn of events was inevitable. Nationalists had already forced Bianton C. Winship, the appointed locally unpopular governor, to resign in favor of a broad coalition of leading nationalist figures and parties, the Union of Puerto Rico. Now that the coalition's goal has been achieved, however, it seems that its members have gone their own way and called for new elections to decide who will be the world's youngest country. Well, I guess Puerto Rico is up for grabs. What about the Civil War? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the syndicalists are losing, and really, it seems like the American Union state is winning this under Huey. Last time I'm pretty sure United States of America won, but they don't seem to be the dominant ones this time. But yeah, again, it's too early to make any definitive statements. Anyway, I think this is a good place to end it. In the next episode, we are going to finish the Black Monday reforms, and we are going to start looking at potential economy programs, because we need to boost our... I mean, we have more factories than we started with. We have more military factories than we started with, but we are still just trying to get out of the marasm of the Black Monday. So we're looking at 3 possible military factories here and a boost to production. This one... Oh, we can also do the artillery research here, so that's another 2 military factories here, so 5 military factories. And then 4 more civilian here. Factory output. Final reforms. Europarat. Grain and steel. Oh, we would get a lot of resources here. Okay. Well, that's also pretty good. Well, we'll see. I mean, we know what we're gonna do next, but the question is what we do after that. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.